We are the Global Policy Managers, and this is an assignment for a water policy class at UCF. Myself with group members will be talking about our assignment, which entails listing some types of water problems in the world and how can we go about addressing those issues. The three issues that we are going to address during this video are polluted water, water overuse and water sustainability, and third, water scarcity. And so these problems are being seen not only in the developed world, but also in the developing world, where water is polluted and used, as well as water scarcity, moving water from one basin to another, and of course, mainly in the developing countries, water overuse.
Hi, my name is Kondwani, and I'm going to talk about the problem of polluted water that we have. And this problem is not only a problem in developing countries, but also in developed countries. And how can we solve this problem? The first way is through education. And education could be done in grassroots levels, where you kind of like sensitize the people as to the dangers of polluting water. So you kind of like address the health issues and health hazards in terms of using contaminated water. And also related issue as result to in terms of education could be that you could also provide incentives to grassroots organizations and sensitize them on the basic water management issues. And also the last one could be that organizations or developing countries could also bring in programs whereby they could send their young water managers and whoever is responsible for taking care of the water issues in their country for further education. That way, if they go to, say, a developed country, they acquire the knowledge and they come back and they want to use that knowledge for making sure that their water as well as waste management issues are solved. Thank you.
All right, my name is Mike Harden, and I'm going to talk about water overuse. So obviously in the developed world, water overuse is probably one of our biggest problems. And there's a number of ways that we can address this issue. One of them is infrastructure change. A lot of our cities and communities have been around for quite a while, and we have old infrastructure in place. So there's only existing infrastructure to carry away wastewater and to bring in potable water. We could update our infrastructure by providing options for such as gray water reuse, so replumbing a home so that they can reuse water that's not black water or toilet water. Stormwater harvesting, having capture and reuse systems for stormwater that's generated on the property. And then also reclaimed water use, so pumping water from wastewater treatment plants to be used for irrigation and other non-potable applications in a residence. Another approach would be to implement a tiered charging system. So, for example, luxury water use items such as maybe fountains or something out in Vegas, the water use rate for something like that would be charged at a higher rate than an individual residence that's using potable water for drinking and cooking applications. Also, increased rates based upon usage. So if you use a small amount of water, then you get charged a lower rate, and as your water use increases, so does the rate at which you're charged to use that water. Another thing is new building codes, where new developments are being built and constructed, incorporate the infrastructure that gives the community the ability to implement reuse waters, again, such as rainwater harvesting and gray water reuse and reclaimed water use. It's much cheaper to implement these as the development's being constructed than it is to go back and retrofit for this type of application. Also, in areas where groundwater draw is high, implement policies that restricts the amount of abstraction based upon the demand that's needed. So close some of close some of the loopholes as far as you have to pump the water in order to be able to use it. So implementing consumptive use permits, again based upon the perceived demand. And then the last, which is probably going to be one of the more effective, is to educate the public. show people things that they can do, easy things that they can do at home to help reduce their water demand.
Closely related to this issue is the problem of water scarcity that many regions face. Some of the ideas that we propose are as follows. First, we suggest that incentives should be provided for developed countries, especially industry, to use lower quality water when not necessary, such as reclaimed water. Second, we recommend that policies should be put in place to restrict the growth of cities such that they only use the water that is available to them from the surrounding areas. We do recognize that this could create significant pressure on government institutions from the industry. Third, we believe that strong multinational treaties, as difficult as they are to create, can greatly facilitate better management of shared water resources. Fourth, it is especially important to prevent massive export of water resources via water pipelines or drinks such as bottled water. A significant quantity of water is lost because of the use of non-native water-demanding grass mixtures. Often homeowners are required by homeowner associations to use these grass mixtures, and we believe that such requirements should not be enforceable by law. Some communities do not have reclaimed water lines, and we believe that local governments should make an effort to make sure more communities have the option of using reclaimed water. Finally, homeowners need to be encouraged to install more efficient water appliances by using benefits such as tax incentives so that less water will be wasted for heating, bathing, and flushing.